It happened again last night. You opened your eyes. The room was dark, the house was quiet, and your mind, without any alarm, without any reason, was completely awake. You checked the time. 2 a.m., maybe 3. And you lay there, waiting to fall back asleep, wondering what was wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. What happened last night has been happening to humans for 300,000 years. Your body did exactly what it was built to do. The problem isn't your sleep. The problem is that nobody ever told you what sleep actually is. For most of human history, nobody slept the way you were told to sleep. The idea of 8 unbroken hours, one long solid block from midnight to morning, is not ancient wisdom. It is not biology. It is not even natural. It was invented. It was built around factory shift schedules, gas street lighting, and the demands of an industrial economy that needed workers awake and functional at the same time every morning. Before that, for virtually every century of human existence, people slept in 2 separate pieces. A first sleep, then waking, then a second sleep. Historian Roger Ekirch of Virginia Tech spent 16 years finding the evidence. He found over 2,000 references to this pattern in medieval diaries, in medical texts, in prayer books, in literature stretching back to ancient Greece. This was not occasional. This was not unusual. This was simply how humans slept. In the early 1990s, psychiatrist Thomas Wehr at the National Institute of Mental Health ran an experiment that should have changed everything about how we understand sleep. He took a group of healthy volunteers and placed them in darkness for 14 hours every day for 1 month. No artificial light, no phones, no way to extend the evening. The first few nights, they slept enormous amounts, 11, 12 hours. Their bodies were paying off years of debt they didn't even know they owed. But by the 4th week, something happened that Wehr had not predicted. Without any instruction, without any alarm, every subject in the study began sleeping in 2 separate pieces. 3 to 5 hours of deep sleep, then an hour or 2 awake, then 3 to 5 more hours. And here is the part that changes everything. During those waking hours between sleeps, Wehr measured their hormone levels. Their prolactin, the hormone associated with deep inner peace, with the dreamy borderland between sleeping and waking, was surging. Not anxiety, not confusion, not the desperate alertness of insomnia.
So what did they actually do, these people awake between their first and second sleep? Ekirch found the records. They prayed. They reflected on their dreams, still vivid and close. They talked to their partners, quiet, unguarded conversations in the dark that have no modern equivalent. They made love. They smoked. They visited neighbours. Some of them wrote. The Islamic practice of tahajjud, a voluntary prayer performed specifically in the final third of the night between sleeps, is built entirely around this window. So are the midnight masses of early Christianity, the meditation hours of Buddhist monks. Across every continent, across every religion, across cultures that had no contact with each other, humans independently organised their spiritual life around this same biological gap. They were not fighting wakefulness, they were using it. The hour between sleeps was not dead time. It was considered the clearest, most honest window of the human mind. The time when the noise of the day had fully faded and the demands of tomorrow had not yet begun. Just you, just your thoughts, just the dark. Then came the light. In 1807, gas streetlights lit London for the first time. By 1823, nearly 40,000 lamps burned across 200 miles of street. The night retreated, and with it, the rhythm that humans had followed since before recorded history.
The industrial workday demanded synchronized sleep. Everyone had to wake at the same time. Everyone had to be functional at the same time. The gap between sleeps became a problem to be solved, a disorder to be treated, a failure to be ashamed of. And so, we learned to be ashamed of it. The anxiety you feel when you wake at 2 a.m., that panic, that spiral, that lying there cataloguing every tomorrow, that anxiety is not your body malfunctioning. It is your body doing something ancient, and your mind trained to expect 8 unbroken hours, labelling it as failure. The disorder is not the waking. The disorder is the shame.
So, what do you do the next time it happens? First, stop fighting it. The research is clear. Lying in bed anxiously demanding sleep does not produce sleep. It produces cortisol. It produces stress. It makes the next morning worse. What Wehr's subjects discovered is that the waking interval, when approached with calm rather than panic, is not a gap in rest. It is a different kind of rest. Prolactin is still flowing. The body is still recovering. The mind is in a state your ancestors would have recognized immediately and used deliberately. Do not reach for your phone. The blue light signals dawn to your pineal gland and collapses the second sleep entirely. This is the one modern behavior that genuinely breaks the ancient pattern. Instead, lie still or sit up quietly. Let your mind move without direction. This is not wasted time. In the history of the human species, this hour produced prayer, poetry, plans, and some of the deepest conversations people ever had. Your 2 a.m. is not a malfunction. It is an inheritance, and you have been throwing it away. For 300,000 years, the humans who came before you sat awake in the dark between sleeps and watched the stars. They did not panic, they did not spiral, they did not reach for something to fill the silence. They just existed in the quiet gap between one rest and another, and they thought their deepest thoughts. That hour is still inside you. Your body has not forgotten. You are not broken. You are ancient. The next time you wake at 2 a.m., I want you to come back here and tell me what you did with it. Drop it in the comments. One sentence. What did you do in the hour between your sleeps?